Adair, Newhall, Greenspring Associates Principal. I'd say the calling in healthcare for my family was, it was the healthcare services sector was sort of with my father, what he focused on initially. He liked that because our population is aging in the United States, and we're getting a larger swath of elderly patients above 65. And that has a lot to do with sort of the pharmaceuticals that are extending people's lives. Even at the time of my father, when he was investing, it was underserved of getting better care for your parents and relatives that would be suffering from these ailments. So finding solutions with government systems or local state agencies is a need that needs to be addressed today. And that's something, again, that Greenspring gets excited about. I took the drug development path. I cut my teeth being a two-time entrepreneur with the same management team, bringing specialty pharmas to underserved populations. I would say I'm wildly passionate about those types of products, and I'm always looking for underutilized drugs in big pharma that you can bring out and address a different patient population. Healthcare is sort of the theme that we like to invest in. So expansion stage deals, by that I mean revenue generating companies that include medical device, diagnostics, specialty pharma, and then lastly in healthcare IT. And there's a huge push now, I think, with Obamacare, where a lot of the businesses are being thrusted online or outside of the hospital setting. And so if you can schedule an appointment with a physician, not directly through the hospital, but through outside of that, the cost can be brought down. And sometimes you can even do it remotely as well by not even going to the clinic where where the physician is located. You can do it all online. So these are all themes that I think are relevant, that are going to be important going forward in the healthcare space. I love companion diagnostics for the point that you can bring a diagnostic that identifies a patient population and then also a drug that matches with it that can hopefully cure a patient quicker. I think you can get premium pricing on those types of technologies. I think oncology field is where you can see some of the most lucrative M&A. You've seen a lot of money funnel into gene therapy. I get a little concerned about where too much money flows into a certain space. One of the last deals that I did at Domain that I'm really proud about is a company called Autonomy. Autonomy is based in San Diego. They, for sudden hearing loss for Meniere's disease, there's no FDA-approved drug. We used a specialty pharma approach where we found an underutilized drug would be better suited to be injected in the ear. And I know that sounds kind of scary to say that something would be injected, but for people who have sudden hearing loss, this is a game changer. And all of a sudden, shortly thereafter, we've seen 7 or 8 big pharma companies now try to invest in this space to try to race to get to a product to market first. I would say healthcare is incredibly important to Greenspring because it's a sector that venture focuses heavily on. I'd also say that for the reasons that it does such benefit to the economy, to the ecosystem, it's a market that you cannot ignore. And there are always needs, I think, for patients suffering through all these different elements, whether it be orphan small populations or cardiovascular, where you can address large swaths of populations. There are problems in each one of those sectors that need to be solved. I think what you'll see on the connected fitness side is when people think connected fitness, they think wearables. And that goes from Fitbit, that comes from Under Armour, but there's many other realms to connected fitness, and that can be manufacturing and design, that can be in apparel. You're going to see from UVA, UPenn, and Hopkins, I think you're going to see different sectors within connected fitness that are not traditional. And that's what gets me most excited, because all of a sudden this is an industry that has just grown, it's exploded. You'll have Google, you'll have DRX, which is the JV between Qualcomm and Novartis, a traditional healthcare company with a wireless company together. You're going to have Under Armour projects that they're sort of investing in that include apparel, include connected fitness, include manufacturing and design, and it's just going to be wild to watch what they're all putting their money into. All I want to know is, where are the holes and where can this audience fill in the blanks?